Good morning and welcome back, everyone. As clouds continue to push out of the area, we're going to get rid of that blanket to help us keep in some of the daytime heating from yesterday. So right now, Lakeview, you're the cold spot, sitting at 46 degrees, some upper 40s in Alturas, and then 50s and 60s as you head into the valleys. One thing that we're going to continue to watch very closely is that wind speed and direction. Right now, light and variable winds out there for the most part, and it's those light winds that are helping to keep some fog out there around the coast. Fog knocking down visibility in Brookings to 6 miles ahead, 1 mile ahead visibility thanks to the fog in North Bend. But as those winds continue to vary between north and south, well, we're surrounded by fires, so it's grabbing onto smoke from every direction and funneling it right into the valleys. So this limitation in your visibility for the valleys and even areas east of the mountains, it's not going to be fog that you're dealing with, but all of that smoke. Now, smoke not only going to be knocking down your view on the roads and really your view of even some areas across the street in most cases. I know over here it's hard to even see the mountains as you look out the window. It's also going to be creating some limitations in your air quality. Right now, shady cove, so as you go closer to those active fires, you're going to see more and more of those smoke areas pushing into the area, and it's the pollutants from the smoke. So all of those dust particles and chemicals moving in, that's knocking us down to unhealthy air qualities, unhealthy for sensitive groups now in Medford. And believe me, you know, if you're in those sensitive group categories by now, especially if you suffer from allergies or asthma, you're going to feel those symptoms in full force. So today, definitely not going to be a day that you want to forget the inhaler, especially if you can see or smell the smoke. A general rule of thumb, probably don't want to be spending much time outside because how poor our air quality is going to be. One thing that we are going to be watching, though, as this area of moisture pushes out, is just enough moisture and instability left for a pop-up thunderstorm here or there for the next day or so. As we head into the day tomorrow, though, that's where some high pressure is going to start moving in. Some bad news with the high pressure, though, is it's going to create some sinking air. It will create lighter winds, but like we were talking about, since we have smoke coming in from every direction, the speed and direction really not playing too big of a part. Now, across the coastline today, we are going to be seeing that partly cloudy sky throughout the day. So a mixture of sunshine and clouds, even a few areas of morning fog before we top off in the 60s. And in Northern California, topping off right around normal for this time of the year. So upper 80s toward Mount Shasta City to low 90s in Wairika. And east of the mountains, still like we were talking about, not only do we have the smoky sky, but a chance for an isolated thunderstorm or two as that moisture pushes off to the east, and temperatures right around normal in the mid 80s. And across those higher elevations, we're watching that chance for thunderstorms push out and still seeing that areas of smoke roll in from those active fires surrounding us. And here in the Rogue Valley, continuing to watch out for that smoky sky. So it's going to be the smoke even more than the clouds. It's going to be blocking out the sunlight and slowing down the warm up. Across the coast next few days, actually watching for a little bit of a warm up heading in. We're going to be gradually adding in more and more sunshine, but of course fog going to be one thing that we'll still watch out for early in the morning. Now east of the mountains, like we were talking about, as moisture pushes out of the area, we are going to be watching that chance for thunderstorms push its way out as well. Thursday, actually looking at sunshine, it'll just be some smoke that'll be blocking out the sunlight as we climb to the mid 80s, and another chance for thunderstorms from Friday onward going to be moving in. And Northern California, another place for this weekend, we're going to be watching the clouds pretty closely, and good news from a few of those clouds moving in, as well as the smoke kind of blocking out the sunlight, is a slower warm up. So temperatures actually a little below average for this time of the year and much cooler than last week. And for the Rogue Valley, we're going to keep those temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s the next few days. But of course, temperature not our big concern. It's going to be all of that smoke continuing to limit our air quality that we're watching very closely.